Good morning and happy Saturday to all of you guys this morning. Good to see you all. I was up insanely late / early this morning, but you know what? We are fueled by coffee. So we are getting it on today. Just like the title suggests, we are on the hunt for the most powerful Arc Warlock build. I put out a video and I said, hey, I feel like this is the best Arc Warlock exotic. I had some people in the comments saying, maybe this is better, this is better. Like, we're gonna take a check, all right? We're gonna go through every single one. And how we're gonna do that is we are going to take some time building, and I got a suggestion on a post that I made online with basically the viewer's version of the build that I enjoy running. So I'm looking forward to it. Alright, Warlock's 1 week 2 here, so we're gonna get our crown. Okay, got some weapons here. Alright, the beacon. It's not a good beacon. Goodbye, beacon. That's getting sharded immediately. Alright. This is decent, but I actually have a better one, so please don't get mad at me because I am deleting it. Also, this is my stream. Oh yeah, here's oh, this is my PvP one. Never mind. I have 1 kill. I think I got ran by a group of Titans. Okay, so let's start out talking about where we are starting, okay? We're going to start out with Storm Dancer's Brace. This just got a crazy rework. So now Storm Trance, aka the Tickle Fingers, hits and final blows increase the damage it deals. And now it deals a decent amount of damage. Refunds super energy when it ends. Ability damage while amplified grants bolt charge. This is really big too. We are becoming a bolt charge battery. This is especially cool when we throw on Praxic Blade. Yes, I know it's Praxic Blade again. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, okay? Arc, when you have an Arc Super, it grants Bolt Charge. I am going to be a Bolt Charge machine this morning. So I'm pretty pumped about that. Is this the only thing? I'm missing a blade ammo one? Blade ammo? Okay, so blade ammo is the only thing I'm missing. Let's go with, let's increase our guard resistance, shall we? Just because, you know, when I'm guarding occasionally, it doesn't always work out super well. How are we doing? Yeah, I got 7,122 kills in this sucker. Okay, we're just going to bring our Sciaturna here. Actually, do I have a better... I don't have anything better than Elemental Honing. Oh, that kind of stinks. Because I'm only ever going to get 1 stack here, because if I remember correctly, Kinetic doesn't count as any stacks. And I'm running like a pure Arc setup, so I might swap this out for something else. Just for funsies. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that now before we get too far into it. I have a thought that, you know, we might just do something. Let's see, damage type. Let's go Void. We might go Repulsor Brace and Destabilizing Rounds. But honestly, I might be able to do something like this. Go Velocity Baton. There we go. Rigged to Death Eternal says. Oh, I guess you guys can't see it. Somebody just says they're rigged. That's kind of funny. Rigged. Brother, just not a heck of a lot of hunters and Titans playing right now, you know? Look at that. Look at that. There have been 2 days that Hunters won. Everything else is Warlocks. Warlocks, you have shown up this year. Which makes sense, because I feel like I've talked to a ton of you guys in the comments. Okay, so we're going to go here. We're going to get maybe a little bit of Overshield right here. Artifact-wise, let's make sure that we have the right stuff on. We want the sword stuff on. Boom, boom, boom.
If you're here for
Key, Combat Argent Blade.
But I'm still happy to chat.
Or I feel like I want Singularity Blade, possibly. If we go with the Void, we could get sword hits weakening targets and weakening getting Devour. So we could get that. I feel like that's a strong reason to pick a Void. But also Dielectric, you get Arc debuff targets, gets a orb of power that heals you, and also gives you Bolt Charge. I feel like that's pretty sick. One thing's for sure, we want Sword Storm combo. So I think we're definitely going to go there. We could go Kinetic Rupture. I feel like Kinetic Rupture could be super strong here. Let's see. Now I gotta make sure that hold on. If y'all have said anything to me, I am sorry. Sometimes I forget to put on the YouTube chat. And
has changed so much lately.
There we go.
Guardians are
Alright, so let's say... Okay, so this is additional damage. We could sacrifice Kinetic Rupture. Let's just do that and then go. So we'll sacrifice Kinetic Rupture for now. It's hard anyways to hit on it as a sword. I feel like it's like really RNG. I'm never swording an enemy and I'm like, aim for it, aim for it, aim for the spot. You know, never. It just, you know, if it happens, it happens. And if it doesn't, well, you know? Okay, alright, this is what we're going to call right here. Okay, let's talk mods here then. Okay, I am going with 2 super fonts. This is all about the super font, or all about supers. I have 153, so as long as I can keep up orbs of power, I will have 193 super. So it'll be pretty close to that increase in, I think it's 30%. No, it's not 30%. Yeah, it might be 30%. 30% to my super. Alright, Kinetic Siphon for obvious reasons. Praxic Blade. Okay, we're going to get a Grenade Font, and Firepower is going to give our Orbs of Power with Grenade Kills. We're going to be using a lot of Grenade Kills, and we're going to get Class Ability Energy back. Here's our Resistances right here. Kinetic Weapon Surge as well. Recuperation, so I'll get a little bit of health. I don't know that I need this one. I might take a look and see if there's something else in here that we wanna get. You know what I mean? All right. Nothing interesting here. We got Reaper, Time Dilation, and Bomber. We do need to address our drip. It is very interesting. It's very interesting drip. So let's take a look at it, shall we? Okay. Boom. Fing Wang. Okay. That's the base. I was using this one for Phoenix Protocol. Does this have one? On its own? Or no? Yeah, Lux Storm Dancer's Brace. Oh, gross. Alright. Should we do this one? This looks pretty sick. I'll be honest. I'm a big fan of the dragon look on here. I feel like that is interesting, but not interesting to me. Okay, so we got that. Got our little Thunderhead Bond. Okay.
Any questions, dear?
Alright.
The traveler
It's not
will
gonna be.
always triumph over the darkness. I know it.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna use my mouse for this because it makes it go faster. That's not bad. Legatus. Dude, if I was solar, I'd be rocking this right now. But I'm not. Let's see. What do we got? We got kind of an electric theme going on here. Nope, that's not it. Ew. Some interesting ones in here. What about that one Vex one? Where's the Vex one from the raid? I thought I had that one. Alright, this is the one I was using earlier. I feel like that's actually pretty cool. Got a little Ninja Turtle-y vibe. Alright. Not that one. Boing. I'd be doing that for my own amusement. I used to run this one. This one was dope. Love that one. My teammates did not like it nearly as much as I did. But you know what? It was not for them. It was for me. Okay. Maybe I didn't unlock it yet. Oh, I think I saw it. I think I saw it. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work.
Did you miss me?
I look so short. Why does my guy look so short?
Talking with someone about everything that's happened. It's really helped. I recommend it.
Okay. That's interesting. I feel like something like this would look pretty neat. Okay. Oh, dude. Probably should pay for something.
We have accomplished so
Look
much.
with the top.
Never
That's
forget.
pretty sweet. Alright. Okay. None of these are really striking me as like, whoa, this is the one. Well, we can't spend a lot of time on fashion. I mean, we can. We shouldn't. We shouldn't spend a lot of time.
Just
Oh, I kind of
browsing,
like that.
are we?
I kind of like that. Look at that. Understated. And then we can kind of...
My life has changed.
I think
so
I have
much.
something that looks like that, though.
I'm
Right?
glad
Like you
Guardians
can go
of
something like
Artifacts.
this. Something with a broader visor look. It's more of a roundish look, too. I feel like the round look was really good, honestly. You could go something... I don't like that. Alright, that's it. Okay, so the Guardian games
You
looking
remind me
ones.
of someone I
Those
haven't
are the
seen
ones.
for a long, long
Okay.
time.
So maybe we should grab the Guardian Games gloves too. Oh, Guardian Games gloves. Where are you? Alright, I gotta actually pay attention to the symbols. I can never tell what stuff is. I don't know if you guys have this problem. I have a really hard time telling what any of
I
these,
imagine
what
you
what
have
most of these are.
Terribly
right here.
exciting.
Yeah, baby. Okay.
My life
Oh, heck yeah.
has
Let's
changed
take a
so
look at
much
that.
lately.
Okay.
I'm glad Guardians
Watch
of
this, watch this, watch
Artifacts.
this. This is gonna be terrible. Ready? Boop. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. That's not as bad as I thought. Alright. Guardian Game shaders. You can tell because it's got a little like tree looking thing. Like this is a Guardian Game shader. And that might be the one we go with. Hey yo. Bum 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 bum. There's some really good Guardian Game shaders, to be honest. Photo finish is a Guardian. Oh, I like that. I like the photo finish one. I like that one a little bit better. Kind of understated, you know what I mean? Brothers.
Any questions?
Let's do this.
Here?
Any questions? No, I have no questions. Okay. Actually, I should grab a
There's a lot we can do.
card. All right, I think Fire Team Ops
Beautiful.
is the one for.
Goodbye, dear.
Goodbye, dear. Alright, quests. Dude, I'm so close on the PvP one, but we cannot get distracted. Not again. Portal. A portal. Alright.
Experimenting with darkness is a dangerous path. I don't know that it is worth the risk.
Oh, let's go, boys. I don't have a ton in weapons. Some of you might regret not going a lot into weapons, but maybe not. We're going Healing Rift for now. Arc Soul, Ionic Sentry. So we're gonna go double grenade build. Spark of Ions. Okay. Spark of Instinct. Spark of Resistance, Spark of Shock. So jolting targets, getting Bolt Charge, creating an Ionic Trace. critical wound, you take a burst of arc energy. So let's see what this looks like. That was pretty sweet. Oh no, it's combat fatigue. Oh, that's gonna suck. That means we're gonna do less damage, I think. But that also means that we're top right now. so good. We're doing good on this. A couple of good sword bosses. I actually don't know what the rotation is today. Here's hoping. But we'll swap to something else if we need to. Another great sword boss. Kinda. When he's in the little thing, we'll have to... That stinks. Thank you, brother. We need an armor charge. I feel like we're cycling our arc abilities really well. We'll have to see what the damage is like. Ah, crap. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. go right on there. I'm gonna try to save a rift. That's not cool. He's not even final boss for you. Oh, heck yes. Yes, let's go. Heck yeah. Get cooked, Anthony. Sorry, we're doing a lot of damage here. Oh, dang. Did it on Thread Cutter ×1. GG's, boys. Boom. I can't wait to see how much super damage we did. I felt like we had supers, like, really, really frequently. It was awesome. $466,000 boss damage. That's gotta be a glitch, right? Like, that's gotta be a... Oh. Okay, in terms of super damage. Holy moly. Alright. Wow. Just wow. That was freaking awesome. That's so awesome. That is boss melting, right? So we are doing a little bit of like shenaniganry with like, oh, dude, that was sweet. That was a lot of boss damage. Oh my goodness. All right, this is definitely getting the old save. I have a spot. Let's take you down here. I feel like we're get a nice arc color here. Yeah, that was pretty sick. Okay, so this is the build that I had been running. Delicate Tomb. I mean, these things don't matter, but Delicate Tomb was the highlight for my exotic. I don't really like it for this boss rush mode. I'm almost wondering if it would be better to do something like, not Sciaturna. Do something different for damage. I'm just thinking, just trying to think out loud. Honestly, Praxic Blade would probably go hard here. The thing is, you know, will I have enough Ionic Traces to really, you know, make it count? I don't know. Okay, let's take a look at Grenade Superclass. That actually might be better than what I have on here. Oh, I have Swordmaster's Bond because I didn't switch the, yeah, it's Health Grenade Super. Let's put this one on. I don't have a heck of a lot in Super. Alright, I'll put Super on, so we have 97 Super. As you can see, like, this doesn't value the Super nearly as much, because it's not necessarily a Super build. This is more of a regenerate abilities kind of a build, which is not bad, you know? You need your abilities. But Delicate Tomb is so disgusting for damage. It's so bad. I feel like we need to explore some other options. So let's... Arc Heavy is pretty slim pickings. We could go Thunderlord. That's very, you know, on brand for warlocks. Could go something like Queensbreaker, but I feel like with these bosses being very melee focused, Legend of Acris, that doesn't make any sense. Let me think. Some of these, like, they wouldn't synergize. See, what I'm getting from my arc weapon currently is I'm actually getting some good stuff. Like, I'm getting ionic traces from my arc weapon. I could do something similar and pull like a jolting feedback weapon for my arc, for my energy slot. I'm just not 1000% sure that's what I want to go. I think since we're going for some damage, I might go Thunderlord. It's not great damage, it is consistent damage, and just see how it feels. Unfortunately, we're in a boss rush mode, so testing out all of these I don't feel like is necessarily going to be one-to-one because of that. It's not going to be one-to-one because we're in a boss rush mode, so it's naturally going to favor boss damage over everything else. You know what I'm saying? The other option is to go with a regular kind of heavy. Could do something like this, bittersweet with bait and switch, and stick with my current setup. So literally, like, you know, use it as a just kind of a means of generating some stuff. I feel like that might be better. Let's try that. Okay. Just see what we can do to infuse later on. Okay, Delicate Tomb. I have Fatebringer on right now, for funsies. You know, so we get some kinetic stuff going. Don't need any of the swords. Don't need Sword Storm combo for this one. We'll go Elemental Orbs, Arc. I think that'll probably be for the best. Okay, so we go here, here, here. Our exotic is Fallen Sunstar, so we get some improved ionic traces. Alright, aspects, we're going Ionic Sentry and Arc Soul, so nothing different here. I do have an Empowering Rift. We're going to go Healing Rift for boss damage. Spark of Shock, right? Jolt targets. Surrounded by combatants. Resistance. Discharge. Arc Weapon Final Blows have a chance to create an Ionic Trace, right? That's going to give us some traces. And Spark of Ions, defeating a jolted target or defeating... whoa, okay. Alright, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, or defeating a target with Bolt Charge creates an Ionic Trace. So that's what we wanted. Alright, boys. Let's, shall we go back in again? I don't know that we're going to crush 466,000, because that was bananas. I can't believe that happened. Oh, look. Hey, we made it to the shiny beacon. Should we see what we got? Come on, God roll. Let's go. It's the garbage roll. Good for nothing. Got Envious Arsenal, Reservoir Burst, and Lead from Gold for PvE. Actually, Collective Pugilism is PvE, so these 4 weak, pretty weak. Successful warm-ups PvP perk. It is garbage, my brothers. Garbage, I tell you. Alright. Yeah, this'll be good for the longer range enemies. I might want to... I'm thinking about Hydra. And I'm wondering if I want to pick something like a sniper up. You know, instead for that final boss. We could go linear too. Linears are good too. I just don't think I even have an arc linear anymore. Oh, I do. I have Boom Slang. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick up Boom Slang for the final. Or not the final, the one before final. And we'll just kind of swap in and out. Alright. Let's go, boys. Oh, I got it. Ah, crap. Do I have time to... Okay, I can get out. Let's go back to Eva. Guardian Games. You know what's funny about this is that if you play all 3 characters, you can essentially just, like, claim credit for whichever one wins. Like, I play a lot. I played a lot of Warlock. Probably the last 2 or 3 months, I think. I played a lot of Warlock. So, I mean, I could be like, well, I'm a Warlock. But I'm not. I'm a Titan main. There's just been a ton of stuff for Warlocks this season and this expansion, to be honest with you. Alright, I'm going to refresh coffee while we get to the tower. Here we are. Alright. Let's get another one. It's not too bad. What, 10-15 minutes? I'm getting some gold medals and stuff, so that's positive. Alright. I wish that some of these platinum cards didn't necessarily require, like, hey, here's an event, but if you want the best cards, you should go back to the portal. Like, come on, brother. Like, have a hard version or something. I'll take another fire team ops here.
I do enjoy our visits.
Oh, thanks, Eva. Let's go. But I have to go slay some more gods. It's one of my favorites.
Terribly
Ooh,
exciting.
that's the wrong one. Don't want to do that. Slay any gods lately?
It's just wonderful.
Like, do you know? Do you know? I feel like you would know. I mean, we're at a whole another level of prosperity if it's like people at home are hearing like, oh, they slayed another god, and they're like, it's Tuesday, you know? Guys, I cannot tell you how crucial this coffee is to me being awake and me being with y'all this morning. Okay. Alright, so we're going to try... We have 2 different versions of this one. There's my version, and then there's the version that was submitted to me. Now, we will take a look at both versions. He had his set up, like, slightly differently. More of an Arc Buddy focus. Oh, dear. should have done something with attrition orbs. Here. Oh, jeez. Oh, I forgot he has a slow thing. Oh my goodness. What is that level of BS? Okay, second time I got thrown off the edge. Okay, where's Shieldy Boy? Was that my own darn fault? It might have been. This is definitely not the setup that I want. there. There's an anticlimactic there.
Blade manifests from the harvester.
Dude, that guy is so weak. Suck on that, sucker! Okay. We might end up giving this another go, but then going back with Praxic. takes us back to orbit. What? Oh, that's kind of garbage. Okay. Underdog first place. That doesn't make sense. Okay, that was not good. Yeah, this definitely not the way. Definitely not the way. Let's go over here. See about maybe like a blast distributor jolting feedback. Okay. It's not gonna be as much damage. I acknowledge that. And then we go Praxic Blade. Right. And I like the orb generation. That's what we're gonna do for now. Praxic Blade carries a lot, so I am a little bit curious if we go. We didn't complete that rush down, but thank you for acknowledging that. Bank medallions. If I bank 5 more. I feel like it definitely punished us pretty hard on that one, and I don't want to over conclude on that one. I felt like the Delicate Tomb call was actually pretty garbage for what we're doing. So we're gonna give this a shot. This would be more of my version again with. I'm not even taking advantage of any set bonuses. Anything on here? Let's make this a smoke jumper. So we are creating a lot of orbs. Make it a smoke jumper, because that way we pick up orbs and we get a little bit of damage resistance. That is the one thing about Arc that I do not care for. I don't care for the fact that we have, you know, this level of, well, not this level. Oh my goodness, I'm starting partway through again. Come on, brothers. Oh, they're at the end. I'll wait from here. Go teammates, go teammates, go teammates. Dude, you garbage. You garbage. Get back in. Dude, I can't believe... Kill him, boys. I can't believe they did that. Garbage. Alright. We need to go... Kinetic Siphon. Meet again. goodness. I do not accept. Oh, dang. Forgot he did that. Done, boys. That was close. I feel like I died kind of a lot from doing that, but because I did. That's 6 times. Holy guacamole. Oh, look at my damage though. Alright, total boss damage, 261. Let's go. Not bad. Alright, GG's, boys. Not the boss meltiest. I felt like I was pretty squishy, to be honest. Alright. Okay. PvP perk. No projection fuse. Got a little bit more range. Polygonal. Actually, I have a decent one already up here. It's 42 range. All right. Let's see. How's this one? This one's pretty decent. I already have one that's just about the same. Has the perks that I want. Okay. Let's do a little reorganizing here in a second. Ferropotent grenades, super weapons. That's a good pair. Do I have another ferropotent? Grenade super weapons. Okay, so I already have a pair that's exactly like this. Socket tuning is weapons. Tuning for this is also weapons. Perfect. Alright. Be right back, boys. All right. Okay, so our next build up comes from Zero. He said Arc Buddy build, Fallen Sunstar exotic, Lodestar. Okay, so we use Lodestar as our main source of damage here. We'll go Healing Rift. Go Electrostatic Mind. Arc Soul. Alright, he wants Shock. Okay, Discharge. Ions. And his last one, he doesn't want Resistance, he wants Amplitude. Amplitude. Oh, there it was. Rapidly defeating targets while you're amplified creates an orb of power. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. Okay. So, Lodestar. Chain Lightning, Flashbang Grenade, Healing Rift. Okay. That's fairly straightforward. We're going to see how it kind of packs up to everything else. I do like Lodestar. That's the thing. I really do like Lodestar. It's a great weapon. Alright, I think what we're going to do is we'll run Mint Retrograde then. Okay, top slot. We'll run Lodestar. And I feel like we're going to need something heavier for DPS. Maybe Bittersweet. Maybe. Yeah, because this is infinite ammo, so I'm not worried about running out of ammo. So we'll run this. It can kind of feed into our bait and switch rotation. Now, let's change this up. We'll go to Harmonic Siphon. Actually, yeah, Harmonic Siphon, that's good. And we'll say we want... We're probably going to need some heavy ammo along the way. Although, we get our supers more often. We can go double ashes to assets, right? You know what? Let's heck with that. Let's get a super font in here. We'll go super font. Get over 100 super. Go ashes to assets. Okay, so we'll get some bonus grenade or bonus super energy on grenade kills. Okay, we have plus 40 here. That's over what we need. Okay, so let's say we can knock down 10, and then we'll be at about 200 still for grenade stat. Okay, let's go another bump on super. All right, this puts us 127, so 197 grenade, 127 super. Grant class ability energy, that's good. All right, let's go. I feel like there's some stasis guys in here. There's some fire boys, concussive dampener. Actually, there's void more than that. Stasis void, concussive for now. All right, why do I only have a single? All right, double arc weapon surge. Okay. I feel like that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, we got our smoke jumper set on. Okay, and he said flashbang grenade. Let's see, did he say ball lightning? Yeah, he said ball lightning. Ball lightning, healing rift. Fairly simple. Let's see how it goes. Now let's double check to see if we finished our quest. We did indeed. Let's go back to Eva. And Ayo, let's go. The only thing I'm missing is banking medallions and reaching event rank 30. Not bad, not bad. Still got, you know, a few more. Yeah, what, another week, right? Another week from Tuesday. 3 weeks total. I think this was week 2, if I remember correctly. All right. We're gonna put you away for now. Put you away for now. All right. So I want to go back to the other build because I want to try out Vesper of Radius. I feel like that's probably a really strong contender for best Arc Warlock. I don't think that there's anything else that I necessarily... Somebody was on my timeline the other day saying Boots of the Assembler. They loved Boots of the Assembler on Arc Warlock. And I was like, I mean, I guess. Like, it's a good neutral exotic. I just don't know that I see it. But that could also be me, you know. We're here to test, which means we're gonna be testing. All right, fire team.
I could get you another if you like.
You get me another? Oh, beautiful. All right, let's see if we can actually get into a beginning Guardian games. Last couple we got into were like midway through. Bom, 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 bom. The one thing I do like about Lodestar is because it's on hits and not on kills. What's really nice is it just like it builds up its jolt meter. So this isn't really even like we're gonna get kills with this, but it's not even mainly the point. The point of this is not to get kills with this. The point of this is to use it as a catalyst for jolt. And then that's gonna be what gets us the best, you know, outcome here. Why do I not have anything? I want to go back up mag. Back up mag. Look at that chonker. I think augmented drum is the one we want. Skews to the right, that's good to know. Get another heavy, we'll upgrade our bittersweet here. Yes, let's go. We got to a starting one. Okay. Dang, I'm behind. Ain't good on him. I gotta get a handle on this. Can't necessarily fight up close with these guys. I have to say, I am getting my arc score really, really quickly. First boss. Not terribly impressive on the damage side of things. Underdog. I'm mostly out of ammo. That's sweet. Love that. This is great uptime on the Arc Soul, though. Zero, this is pretty good so far. Yeah, I feel like Vesper of Radius with Praxis Blade could be super sweet.
Blade manifests from the
Nice.
harvester.
No, I fell to my doom! Okay. Back.
Blade manifests from
know about that, didn't you? You thought I didn't know. Now you don't know. Boys. Here's the hard one. Boys ready? good. Good, 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 good. times 3. Let's go, baby. Okay, 2.1. Alongside of the controversial Warlock. Well done. GG, man. GG. Total boss damage is 400. Oh my goodness. 400,000. Alright. GG, boys. Zero, this might be my new favorite version of this build. So, GG on putting it out there. I am definitely going to have this one saved for, you know, future. All right. I'm gonna save over my current one. There we go. Yeah, I like Lodestar for this. I actually like Lodestar in general. All right, there is one more. I think there's one. What do we say? One or two? I want to try Vesper of Radius still. Getaway Artist could still be fine, but I think the last one we want to try out is Vesper of Radius. But I'll be honest, guys, I don't know that we're gonna hit anything that comes quite close to this. But what we'll do is okay, we already saved over this. We did save over this. So we're gonna pull this out here. We're gonna switch to Vesper of Radius. We're gonna fix our drip here in the very near future because this looks atrocious. Okay. So, the whole idea of this one is we want our rifts often. So, we're in a good position already. I'm probably just going to put a little bit more into the rift. Okay. Let's see. For chest armor, we'll go resist. Just mostly resist mods, go concussive. Like there was some arc stuff going on, some fire stuff going on. That was pretty pervasive. We want to drop our rift right in front of our enemies with Practic Blade and should be able to just kind of like wail on them. It's going to be pretty sweet. All right. Give me like 5 minutes here, boys. I got to reset the coffee. The wife will be getting up here pretty soon. And then when I get back, we will be doing a little bit of appearance customization and see if this can hold a candle to what we ended up using. All right, be right back. boys, we're back. This is going to be a build kind of straight from scratch. So actually, I didn't think about it, but we should probably tweak some things on the subclass. All right, I like having Arc Soul, and I like Ionic Sentry. Since we're using Praxic Blade, I feel like we're not going to necessarily need anything within special, like a special ammo kind of thing, like Arc Grenades jolt targets. I do like Spark of Resistance on this build, simply because we are going to be up close and personal. Spark of Instinct, critically wounded, right? We're going to emit a burst of arc energy that jolts targets. That's good. And defeating a jolted target, defeating a target with bolt charge creates an ionic trace. Okay, so that's a good kind of circle here. We're just going to use regular pulse grenades. Healing Rift I think is perfectly fine, but I think we do want to go Chaos Reach over Storm Trance. Because if you're not on the build that we were, if you're not on the Storm Dancer's Brace, it's kind of garbage otherwise. Let's take a look at some of our mods here. One of the things that I really want is, I really want class ability energy. Okay, so right now, my class ability cooldown is at 1 minute and 14. I do not care for that. So let's say, maybe we take a super font maybe? Take a super font, and then this is gonna, that'll give us more super. That's not necessarily what we want. Let's take one of these. This isn't a super build necessarily. We'll go Ashes to Assets, okay. So we'll create some orbs. Okay. Then here, we're gonna give ourselves some more grenade energy. Okay. I'd say, and then our grenades are gonna make orbs. Wait. Did I look at that correctly? Yeah, super energy, orbs here, and then class ability when we do damage with a grenade. That's gonna be pretty big right there. Okay, so that's a good loop. That's a good loop. Nothing on here that's gonna benefit us necessarily. Here, recuperation. I don't necessarily want health. There we go. Let's do insulation. Let's see how much we can kind of get this down. It's only going to be like a percentage, but I really feel like we're going to need a lot of class ability. This is all ability cooldowns. I wish there was a class ability one that I could just, instead of putting it a class font, because I don't want to do that. Reaper, you get Orbs of Power. So this is basically just Orbs of Power, and Orbs of Power are going to feed our regen. Now, that is on top of the fact that when we get Ionic Traces, we're going to be getting like 15% of our class ability back. So right now we're still at 1 minute 14. It's not great, but you know what? It'll be fine for now. We're also using, since we're using Praxic Blade, we are using, we're using Sage Protector. So sword hits return grenade and class energy. So that's going to help us out too. All right, let's fix some of this. I'm hoping that this looks semi-okay. All right. Where's my goofy looking? Yeah, it's gonna look awesome. All right, we're gonna go with the one. He needs a makeover. Winterheart. Let's go Winterheart. Okay, can't really see the boots anyways. Okay, all right. Let's find a cool finisher, or a cool finisher. Cool shader for this. That's okay. I like something a little brighter. Let's go a little brighter, shall we? We can find a Guardian Games one. Ooh, look at that one. All right, okay. Fighting colors. It's a little bland, not gonna lie. Not sure who came up with that one. All right, let's look. Do we have any more Guardian Games? She does. Oh, we got a bunch of them. Okay. Burnished Acclaim. Oh, I like that. Okay. All right, here we are. Or we're gonna get kind of like blinding shockwaves too. Okay. goodness gracious. What about that? Let's go. Okay. Oh, we should check our quests here. Okay, no, we didn't get anything for the fire team ops. Final blows and assist with darkness debuffs. Yeah, I don't have any. Oh, because our teammates, I think, were running darkness debuffs last time. Okay. Alright, here we go. Please give us one that's right next to everything. I feel like this is going to be a fun build because it kind of counterplays that chill touch. So I'm going to like rush in, slide in, cast the rift, and it's just going to like blind everything. So even if it punches me, I'm like, oh no, I'm slow, but you're blind. So there's that. And then just like, you know, we're just going to sort them. It's going to be good. Oh, you know what we do need to fix though? Let's not play. All right. Oh, baby. It looks hot. Should put on a different color blue. This is what tells everyone we're Arc. Actually, it's a little stasis. A little stasis-y. Kills, I think if I remember correctly, kills when we're in here. Give class ability energy. Goodness, that was fun. Underdog. Is this a hidden meta? Vesper of Radius? Let's go. Vesper of Radius for this anyways. Oh no, are you kidding? Hyper Blade! I don't know how much damage I got on that boss, but that was kind of crazy. Alright, let's go. Medic. Make your style medic.
Blade manifests from the harvester.
Nice, boys. Underdog. This is feeling pretty good so far. Grabathon! Yep, again, they stay. Oh no! Oh, what a jerk. Well done. Well done by her. March down damage phase. Dog boys. I have to say I like this build a lot. I'm gonna have to give the other build a try again. This one was up there. About a minute slower than the last one. I felt like I had some silly deaths there towards the end. Yeah, see, damage-wise, in terms of the super, not nearly as much damage. I like the build, like how it cycles and everything like that, but it's only 1343. That's not bad. Oh, sweet. I can upgrade my bittersweet here. All right. Okay. I already have a better one. Okay, this one. I already have a better one. All right, boys. Here's what we're gonna do. So this one, right? That one was pretty darn good. Oh wait, can I? Yes, it is. Okay, it's gonna show me. All right, so this was the last one right here. 296. I don't know if I hit that earlier or not. 296. Now we are going to save this build because I do like it. I'll save over my controversial build. I like Controverse. Controverse is great, but I don't really feel like playing a lot of Void right now. You know? I played a lot of Void when we were farming the dungeon. Alright, we'll make this, I'll make it like gray. Okay. And then this is the one that I created earlier. This is a solid build right here. This one I think is better. I liked this. This was great in terms of like ability cycling. My question is, okay, so let's make sure we have all that saved. Okay, let's make sure, let's do this. Okay, my question is, does this clear that? You know, if we rerun it, knowing, because that was the first run of the day that we did last time. Oh, perfect. We're not through our thing yet. Does this clear what we just experienced? And I don't know, you know, I don't know. Let's redo this. I've been really trying to get the legendary mods, a chance of legendary mods. Guys, I've been playing very consistently. Like very, very consistently since we got the Star Wars expansion. And I have got one. I don't know what these other guys are doing. I don't know if they're going to Shuro-Chi and doing all these stuff. I'm not doing that. But like, shouldn't I have more than one? Like, I am rank. Let me show you. Okay. I'm rank 147. Okay. A lot of that, you know, I've had a ton of times where I've gotten through like my orders, but they are stupid rare. So rare that I question whether or not they're bugged. But who knows? Who knows, you know? Who the heck knows? Alright, rush down. Last round through, okay? I think that this is probably going to be the best exotic combo. I think it's probably going to be the best. I think the other one is not going to be the best in terms of damage. Make sure everything went back to the way it would. Yeah, it did. Okay. I think the other one's not going to be the best in terms of boss damage, which is what you really want for the next week and a half. But I think if we were to take it into like a conquest, I think it could do very, very well in conquest. Or even ultimate stuff. You know, you're doing ultimate stuff. I have 11 stat. That's so bad. Love it. My goodness. Now we're good. I think honestly that Sage Protector is probably carrying this a little bit in terms of class ability, because this says I have almost 2 minutes between my class ability. And I feel like I'm getting it way more often than that. I did not get any super energy. That's awesome. weird. Flag didn't give me my boost? That's weird. We're on sword. Good. Okay, I got about 70% of my super, 80% of my super back. Let's see what we can do. Now we're gonna want to face this guy. Let's go. That was awesome. Okay. Should be a boss here. Bosses. last one. Savamoon! But it would not also be right for me to skip him over, right? Because it's his day to go first. What are you in a rush for? Huh? Well, I'm probably gonna get off a little bit here, buddy. Heck yeah, boys. Well done. No, you can't play before your brother. That's why we have a schedule. Alright, I'm gonna make one tweak here, boys. I feel like Ionic Sentry's not doing an awful lot for me. Arc Soul is, so I could run Electrostatic Mind. And that'd probably be a little bit better for me. Then I actually don't need to run Spark of Ions. We could run something like let's see. I already have a lot of these. I already have Spark of Shock, Spark of Resistance, right? Spark of Instinct, right, for defense. Spark of Ions. I don't need Spark of Ions, I don't think, if I am using Electrostatic Mind. So what would we swap it out for? Maybe this one, Spark of Amplitude. Try that. Juice our Vesper of Radius. Yeah. I like this. I like this a lot. Alright, let's go back here for now. Alright. Alright, Unamas. Okay. I want to see what this one looks like. I feel like this is probably... The other guys were doing great damage, but we still almost cracked like 300. Yeah, see? 285. We outdistant. Oh no, 285 was the other guy. Never mind. We didn't outdistance this guy. I can't see what he's running either. So this guy outdamaged us by 30,000. they didn't die. Oh no, he died 4 times. Never mind. But he still did more damage than we did. I'm curious to see if we're doing this, what that's gonna do. Again, minor modifications. We're just tweaking just little pieces here and there to see if we can get the best. I think what I have on is the best. In terms of ability cycling, I think the Vesper of Radius was better. But I think I also went with Ionic Sentry, and I probably didn't need it. I probably don't need Ionic Sentry on this build because this is more about mobility. I'm not locking down a particular area. Locking down a particular area is really more of a Vesper kind of a thing. What I want is I want to run up and whack things and run around and whack things and get my super back quickly so that I can then tickle fingers everything to death. That's my plan. All right, here we go. Please be from the beginning. Let's go. It's just me and one other guy. Please don't glitch. Yes. I expected a little bit more abilities, but I'm not sure if I'm not paying attention as closely, if my abilities are coming back faster. I guess so.
No one will not be up on the
Fair enough. What? No, he left a little bit earlier. I saved him. You know him. Like, he's one of these people that coffee is out there.
Blade manifests from the Harvester.
Because he's going to and then you can go.
going.
Yes, but Noah's gonna be. Mom says that because Noah's sleeping late, that makes sense for him to be able to play before he goes. that. Let's go, boys. Kill the wizards, brother. Red Cutter times 3. Don't worry, brothers. I will save us. I feel like that might have been one of my best. I may not crack this morning. This morning was nutty. I can't believe I got 600k on that. But that was a pretty gosh darn good damage phase. Woo, baby. You get diamond? You get diamond? Did we get A? Heck yeah, A+. That's the stuff right there. GG's, boys. GG's. All right, guys. Well, hot dang, man. That was pretty productive. All right, this is the second to last. So next weekend we will have another. It'll be another weekend of this, but then we have Iron Banner coming, so that will be we'll be coming real close to everything. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you all. I hope that you guys all enjoyed. This is a great Arc Warlock build. I will probably throw it up on the channel. I'll try to get it done here pretty quickly. If I feel like I can get it done before Guardian Games is over, then I will. If not, I might wait to just kind of see, you know, where Destiny's at, and you know, maybe pop this into, like, say, a dungeon. Just because if I'm throwing up something for Guardian Games, and guys see that it's, oh, this is just Guardian Games, but Guardian Games is over, they might think, you know, hey, this is just a Guardians Games build, but it's not. It's actually a very, very powerful build. It does require you to have some things, so like your Praxic Blade, you definitely want to have that. It means that you gotta have Stormdrancer's Brace. This is kind of optional. I would say you could swap it for anything that would give you Repulsor Brace. Essentially what you want is just something that'll give you a Void Overshield every once in a while, because then if you have Singularity Blade unlocked, now you are getting Bolt Charge and you are weakening enemies, which is crazy. And I would say also you probably want the 2-piece Sage Protector piece, because you're going to get Grenade and Class Ability energy back, and that's a big part of this build. Sword Master is kind of, it's optional, to be honest. You could trade out Sword Master. I just like doing the Exhaust, because I think Exhaust, if I remember correctly, someone told me it's 25% reduced damage, so not as good as Sever, but I mean, it'll keep you alive out there, brother, let me tell you. Alright. Thanks for hanging out, boys, and we'll see you next weekend. GG's.